Hey guys, Matthew Palumbo from Audiocontrol here, and on today's workshop, we are going to cover the 5 different lines of amplifiers from Audiocontrol and how to choose the right one for you and your customer. Let's dive right in. So with so many different lines of amplifiers, these days Audiocontrol has a lot more to offer than ever before. So really, how do you know which one to use? We have the D series amplifiers with DSP, the LC series with OEM integration, Altitude, Epic, and ACX. Well, let's take a look at which one is right for you. So first off, let's start with the all-new Epic series. The Epic series of amplifiers from Audiocontrol were designed for the crowd that wants to get loud and is on a budget. The Epic series amplifiers are simple, clean power, and they really do the power we say they do. These amplifiers are RMS rated. They all have corresponding model numbers, just like Audiocontrol is known for. So if we call it an Epic 750, it truly does 750 watts. They're 1 ohm stable, and they have a unique feature called the epicenter link. This is a cable that comes with the amplifier, plugs straight into the amp and the epicenter, and delivers power, ground, and remote turn on to your connected epicenter. You could also use the epicenter link to add on a LC2i Pro, 5i Pro, 7i Pro, or any of our active LOCs, which is great because the Epic series do not feature high-level inputs. These are not OEM integration amplifiers. In the Epic series, there is a 4-channel called the Epic 4, the Epic 5, which is of course a 5-channel, and a whole slew of mono amplifiers ranging from 500 to 2,000 watts. Audiocontrol recognized a couple years ago that we were kind of missing the boat on some of the amplifier customers out there. We were so focused and so synonymous with OEM integration that we were, kind of missing the boat when it came to your everyday amplifiers. That's where the Altitude series comes in. Altitude amplifiers are what I like to call the daily driver. They're perfect for your sound quality customers, your I just want to add some bass customers, whatever the case may be. We probably have an Altitude that will cover it. With Altitude series amps, there is a mono amplifier that's 1500 watts. That's your A 1500.1. We also have the 800 watt variant, the A 800.1, as well as the A 600.4 4-channel and the A 1100.5 5-channel. That one's a personal favorite of mine. With all the Altitude series amplifiers, there's some great tech baked in. Now, these are not a full OEM integration amplifier like our previous generations of LC and D amps, but they do allow up to 20 volts of high-level input. They have some great features like valet mode, which allows you to throttle the output with a hidden switch. And we have built-in EV compliant and start and stop compliance in these amps. So really, for your modern vehicle, your modern customer, there's almost nothing better than an Altitude amp. Now, this is a lineup that many of you may already be familiar with because these are not brand new, but they're still going strong. The LC series of amplifiers are what I like to call the OEM integration series. Basically, every LC amp, regardless of model, has some sort of active LOC built in. And of course, Audiocontrol is known for our active LOCs. So take, for example, this LC 1.800 I've got. This has an LC2i baked inside. No need to sell an extra active LOC or any extra parts. It's all built right in, including our legendary AccuBass. Now, when we get into the multi-channel models, we have a LC 4.800, LC 6.1200, and LC 5.1300. Those are your multi-channel models. All of these amplifiers feature high-level inputs that'll accept up to 40 volts, so they'll work with literally any vehicle on the road. Plus, they have built-in signal summing and AccuBass. Plus, they have extra high-level inputs. So take, for example, the LC 5.1300, very popular model. It's a 1300 watt RMS 5-channel amp with AccuBass, and it has 8 channels of high-level input. That's right, 8. So you can bring in a top dash signal, front door, rear door, factory sub, whatever the vehicle's got, you can bring in all those signals, sum them if necessary to get that clean signal that you need to make that car really rock. Now, when it comes to DSP and signal manipulation, Audiocontrol obviously is well known in this space. We've been using DSPs for a long time. We're one of the first on the scene with a nice DSP that was easy to use. And we've taken that technology and baked it into our award-winning amplifiers. So we have the whole line of D-series amps, which is the D4.800, D5.1300, and D6.1200. These are all multi-channels, you'll notice. There's a reason for that. We do not offer a DSP subwoofer amp. Why, you might ask? Because the D-series amplifiers feature everything that the LC series has. So remember, that is your high-level inputs. You also have a RCA output. So once you've brought in all your factory signals, done your signal summing, done all of your DSP controls and dials, and really tuned it in, you also have that RCA output that you can feed to an external sub-amplifier. So in that way, you can not only DSP the channels inside, you can also DSP the external sub-amp regardless of brand or make. It's a beautiful thing. With the DSP amplifiers, the D-series, these also offer some great compatibility. These work with Mac or PC with our DM Smart DSP software. And as an added bonus, if you happen to have the Stinger Horizon source unit, either the Horizon 10 or Horizon 12, the DM Smart DSP app is also preloaded. So this means you don't need a laptop, you don't need a tablet, you don't need to Bluetooth. You can literally do 100% of your setup and tune right from that touchscreen. Now, we've talked about a lot of amplifiers today, but what if you want to get a little wet, get a little dirty? The ACX amplifiers got you covered. The ACX amps from Audiocontrol are available in multi-channel models, mono subwoofer models. We've got a whole bunch of them to cover just about any application. Now, with the ACX series, these are IPX6 rated, so they can get dusty, dirty, wet, covered in snow, covered in mud, whatever the application, we can handle it. The beautiful part with ACX amps is a couple of key features. The controls are right on top underneath this cover panel. This does have a gasket on it. And once these are installed, the beautiful part is all of your connections are on quick disconnects. They're Molex connectors. So to get that IPX6 rating, yes, we have to have permanently connected leads coming out of the amplifier. But if you should ever need to service the amp, move it, take it out, whatever the case may be, you now have these nice male and female connectors right there. Now, we include pigtails, but we also include raw female connectors. So you can actually pin your own harness and run it all the way to the battery. That way you have less connection points, less potential for corrosion or water intrusion. It's a beautiful thing. So there you have it, guys. I gave you all the information about our 5 different lines of amplifiers from Audiocontrol. Hopefully you learned something today. Hopefully now you'll be able to make a more informed decision on which amplifier is right for you, your system, or your customer. Thanks so much for checking it out. If you want more information on any of the products we talked about today, or any of the great products from Audiocontrol that make good sound great, be sure to check out audiocontrol.com. Thanks so much, and I'll see you on the next one.